why is nobody talking about this? Like, I just had to make a video because somebody needs to comment and just talk to me and talk with me about this, because I don't know what else to do. Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Kilos and Cosplay. My name is Sydney, and I need to talk about this. So, we all know how, the summer anime was going. Not great. But I have found a few interesting hidden gems that are so bad that they're kind of enjoyable. And you find yourself laughing and enjoying it for not the reasons I feel they intended. And the specific anime that I am talking about is The Titan's Bride. Now, I was pretty excited to see that it looked like there was a potential BL story, because there's no surprise that I'm a big yaoi fan. And honestly, when I saw the promotional picture, I thought it was either gonna be like an actual BL or kind of like a joke, like, oh, this guy just ended up in this wrong situation and he's being mistaken for like a bride for somebody. Looking to try to find it, I could not find it on any legal sites, but I did find it on not legal site. So obviously I'm not gonna say the name of it, but I'm sure a quick type into Google and you guys will find it. So I was like, okay, cool, I found it. I was excited. So first it starts off and kind of, it's like Beauty in the BL is how I would put it. It starts off as like a Shrek storybook and kind of explains the whole premise of this Titan world. Now, it also, my favorite part of the whole thing is it has a very 2006 to 2008 beauty guru intro going in. It's so cheesy. It's so bad. It's something I could make myself, intro wise. So I was like, okay. I looked at it. It's only 6-minute episodes. I was like, okay, that's nothing. I'll be able to get through this and no problem. Now I'm gonna say I did not read the synopsis before I went into this. So imagine my surprise when it starts off real strong. And I'm confused how this guy even ended up here. So I'm gonna read you the synopsis. If you're a giant and a dwarf, you might be pregnant with men. One day, Konichi, a boys' school student, is summoned to another world. Wow. Just rubbing one out. It's a giant's country where a much larger race lives. The first prince of the country, Kaitis, who appears in front of him, enthusiastically stared at Konichi and proposed, "I want you to be my bride and give birth to my baby." Then you got that panic moment. If that doesn't capture your attention, I don't know what it is. It is a BL Omegaverse level isekai. Just take a minute to take that in. So, our boy Konichi gets taken into this world, and it's starts out where it's gonna be like, oh, we're just getting right into the scenes. I guess they don't want to beat around the bush. Just imagine you get taken to a world from rubbing one out. You get transported. That's how you get isekai. That's just enough in its own. I was also during this very, very concerned for our boy Konichi's backside, because I don't know how a giant is going to work. So I actually wanted to do a reaction, but I don't think YouTube would want that content all over, and I feel like it would get taken down. So I'll just explain what happens if you also don't want to waste 4 minutes. So pretty much, Konichi into the world, it's almost sexy time. Kaitis is heck yeah, my bride's here, let's do this. And obviously Kaitis is like, no. And he's also like, he has a crush on a girl at his school, so he's like, this is gross, like, we're two dudes, I can't have like a child or anything, like, this is a no-go. And Kaitis is like, in this world it doesn't matter, anybody can do anything. So it's like, imagine just like finding out that you could, as a boy, get pregnant. That'd be a plot twist of your like life. Kaitis decides to be respectful and is like, you know what, you're right, I was just excited, I was rushing this, I will give you a whole month, and if you decide you don't love me or want to do anything, I will send you back. So he's like, okay. So we get to episode 2, and in this world it's very normal to pretty much just do anything you want with your partner anywhere. It's highly encouraged. They're like, yeah, let's make a ton of little Titan babies. So that's a big shock to Kenichi, because Kaitis is out trying, you know, snuggle up to his boy. Kenichi's like, hold on. Not in public. So Kenichi and Kaitis end up going behind a wall, and it's like the weirdest makeout, almost fun time scene I've ever seen. And the moans that this boy does, the amount of nipple play you see in this is ridiculous. I will give a fair warning that pretty much every episode out of the like 6 minutes is like a minute of like weird sped up like full episode at the end, and about a minute to 2 minutes is always a sexy time scene. So very quickly it seems like Kenichi changes his tune on his stance of his sexuality. And the bridal outfit that he has to wear to the meeting of like the town or whatever is ridiculous. You also find out that Kaitis was actually engaged beforehand, and that's kind of when Kenichi kind of starts to see that he does have these feelings and he does care about Kaitis and would actually want to make this work. It's a very quick, like, you like boom 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 boom, next thing you know. Well, here's where it gets weird. So after that, Kaitis is like, I love you, and Kenichi's like, my body is yours. And so that's the first scene. Now also, I've read a lot of BL. There was no preparation for what they were doing. And also, it's like, again, imagine like the big train going through like the little opening. I mean, that's all I can think. And there was no preparations. Oh my god, just listening to the moans though, like you will just start like dying laughing, like, and most of the time I'm also watching the episodes like, because it's like, it just feels weird. So after that, the next day Kenichi passes out, and here I'm thinking he just gotta like, he's just not gonna be able to walk after what happened. I'm like, okay, you know, that makes sense. I'm just surprised they're pointing that out. No, it turns out he got poisoned because they drink a bit of poison in their beverages in this Titan world because it doesn't bug them. Just because you can, why would you do it? It'd be like me just eating toothpaste and like, oh, well, it's not gonna kill me, so I guess I'll just like take a little extra. No. Why would you willingly do that? We have our poor Kenichi starting to like not be able to function, and I'm like, I like with this show to try to process how weird they're gonna take it, because I know it has to always be taken in like a weird sexual way. So when I found out that they had to have like a fruit to get the poison out of the system, I was like, oh, well, that's kind of lackluster. But then he was also like, but we also, there's another way to kind of extract this from your body. So what do you think happens next? And instead of like making them throw up or something. It's so I'm just shooketh by that. So they go on their journey into what almost looks like a ReZero type world where there's just like half people, half animal looking things running around. Konichi gets taken by this like B-star looking wolf dude, and because I think they want to like, I think human meat is really rare where they are, so I mean like we're just taking like a bunch of weird turns. So Kaitis is off trying to get this fruit and like argue for it, and then he notices that there's a certain person up there, and that's like this wolf dude. So he's starting to think, okay, so y'all must have kidnapped my boy. So it goes into like just savage mode and like takes him down. Konichi is like starting to really go unconscious, and this wolf dude is like, are you going into heat? Like why is that? When someone passes out, that's what it means in their world? I don't it's so stupid. So he's like, well, better take one for the team, boys. And he just goes into Booty Town and takes care of him that way because he thinks that's the issue here. And Kenichi's like, what is happening? This is weird, but I'm also like kind of enjoying it, but I can't enjoy it because I know I need to fight back because the only person I want doing this to me is Kaitis. It turns out though, Kaitis put like this like tracker thing on the back of his jacket just in case of something like this happening. And he busts through the wall and like he sees the scene and he's just like so mad. But Kenichi's like, no, don't kill these people. I don't want people dying because of me. So it's like, what a humble dude there. So Kaitis is like, okay, but Wolf Boy has to go run up and get this special fruit for you, or else I'll kill him. And you have 30 minutes of doing that. And Wolf Dude's like, I need a whole hour. He's like, 30 minutes or death. So the Wolf Boy takes off. So what would you do in your free time alone while you wait? This is also another way of being like, we gotta distract the poison. So we get this weird scene of them in the grass, and you just hear the worst and weirdest moans. So that travels into the like last episode, I believe, and just it's a scene you just have to see for yourself. But man, you just have to hear how hilarious they sound. It's like this voice actor sounds. It's ridiculous. So our homeboy gets the fruit. He's thriving. He's surviving. Well, actually, you know what I thought was weird? Kaitis has to like give him the fruit. But also, the reason this fruit exists and why it saves, like, it has to be, I think, done by like special lovers or something. I don't know, it's weird. The only reason it exists is because there was two twins that loved each other, like twin boys or something, that loved each other and couldn't be together. So that's why this fruit was made. Like, how does that even fit into the story? So I'm very shook to my core by this whole thing. It was so funny, and just, I love to see how inappropriately predictable it is, because you're just like, alright, you gotta put your mind in that weird place and just see if you can guess what they need to do for certain things. It is the weirdest thing I've ever watched. And like, I love a good BL story, with this it's a little far-fetched. Like, I can appreciate a good just story, but this I never enjoyed that much. I'm not a big like Omegaverse fan. I just prefer like a very like, could be a very realistic. I do like some kind of like fantasy ones, but man, this one it's good for laughs if you want to watch a short one. Much rather, and watch this over than that Ninja Collection, because that was the worst thing I've ever witnessed in my life. So I 10 out of 10 would recommend, if you can find this, just watch it for giggles. Like that's what it's for. It's so, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It is the weirdest thing. I mean, it starts out like strong, like I also just love to see what are all the different ways that people can be isekai'd. Alright, so that's all I got for you. Please let me know if you have seen this. I really just want people to talk about this with me. But thank you for checking out my video. I post a video every single Sunday, and I will catch you guys in the next one.